Greetings, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So, I'm back again with another episode of Midweek Review. A lot of pairs been developing, nicely. Some of them been pushing. So, just have to, excuse me, just have to be patient and see if is there any possible build up or structure that is forming. Then we take it from there. But what I can say is that this week for me was testing us to be more patient and stick to your plan and follow your rules. Let those set up, develop, and then come to us. So I'm gonna start off with KJPY here. As you can see, we have this push and then price now starting to form a structure here. So what I'm looking for here, see if you can push to these lows and then you continue push to the upside. So when you go to 1 hour time frame, you can see here we have this look like it having a weekly section here, as you can see. So you have 1, 2. We can even form maybe a flag from here and then come to these lows. Then you continue push to the upside. So that is what I'm looking for on this pair. I'm focusing more on the upside because the higher time frame it's more bullish. So I'll rather wait for it to come to this area and then see if there's some opportunities here and then put it and then take it to the upside. And my next pair is Euro or Aussie. So as you can see from last week that we have some level push to the downside. So now what is happening here, you can see overall from this mini double top or this double top, we've been moving collectively and we are within this area here. Go to forward. We are within this area here. So what I'm looking for to see is whether we push and then we come back for a double bottom. Then that I'll see okay something has changed. Then the possibility that we might push to the upside, something like this. No. Or if we don't get that, then as you can see we are within this low here. So what I'm looking for maybe to break it a little bit and then form maybe a structure, something like this. Then we can take it to the downside. But overall, it still needs some development and see if we push into the upside or we're gonna continue push to the downside. No. And the next pair on my list it's Euro NZD. So I was testing something here. That is why I leave this here. So sorry about that. So as you can see how I outlined it yesterday, that I'm still waiting for the price to come to these areas, then see if we're gonna continue push to the upside. It's looking similar with Euro Aussies, like how I explained it. As you can see, we're within this low and then we are coming to this low as well. And overall, excuse me, and overall we're still pushing to the downside and we're moving correctively. So just have to wait and see if we're gonna continue to these lows and reject from here and push to the upside, or we're gonna push breaking this low and then form something from here, and then we sell off to the downside. So we just have to wait and see how price gonna develop. And another one on my list, I've added this one. It's New Zealand dollar vs Canadian dollar. So it's shaping up nicely. So what I'm looking for here is to see, as you can see my rain lines here. So imagine to see if price can continue push all the way to these areas, and then see if we gonna reject from here, and then get in with the first on the first flag, something like that, whether it's on 1 8 or on the 15-minute time frame. So what I like is that we also broken this structure here, and overall move, as you can see, it's not clear as this one. You can see this move here or this move to the down, as you can see, moving correctly. So it's more likely that you might reject from here. Sorry, you might reject from here from a first flag, and then continue push to the downside, or we're gonna push to these highs, and then we reject. So my next pair on the list is USD, US dollar, is Canadian dollar. So we've been, since this week we pushed to these lows, you can see price been not committed yet. So what I'm looking for now is to see if we can come to these highs here, and then we continue push to the downside, or maybe push a little bit to these areas, and then see if we can push to the downside. So just have to wait and see how price gonna develop. Or if we do reject around these areas, then waiting to see if I can get some structure that will be forming around these areas. But I'll be aware of this low here. So it would be nice if we form a structure below this low. Then let's see if we can continue push to the downside. And another pair that it's on my top 6. As you can see here, I will explain last time. So now we push from this area here, as you can see. So what I'm looking for now is for formation of a structure from here, and then we continue push to the downside. Or what can happen from here, become all the way to the upside, maybe to these areas, as you can see, and then continue push to the downside, and then can involve my structure like this, you can see. So yeah, just have to wait and see how price gonna develop so far. But the market this week's been pushing, like as you can see, we come all the way and then we push. So we just have to wait and see how price gonna develop, because these days market it's become more and more and more and more like challenging. So if you don't have, if you don't have patience, can lose a lot of money, and your psychology as well can really be a problem. So on my wildcat, I moved this pair euro JPY, because right now, as you can see, I couldn't get some opportunity to take it to the upside like how we discussed. So now, as you can see, we're approaching this high. I'm waiting to see if how we're gonna reject these areas that we're gonna continue push to the upside or gonna reject from here after we breaking this high here. So I'm waiting to see how price gonna develop and here. So if you continue pushing to the upside from here, then most likely that'll take it a continuation if it do get something like this here. And excuse me. And another pair that it's on my all cards now, it's euro pound. So what I'm looking for, as you can see, we broken this high. So just for the price to come maybe to these lows or to these lows here, and then you continue push to the upside. You can see to coming to these highs here. So just have to wait and see how price gonna develop and then take it from there. As you can see, even here we've been moving correctively, as you can see, and broken this high now. So it's most likely that we can come to this low is 1, 2, 3, and then take it to the upside. So just waiting to see how price gonna develop, then I'll take it from there. I don't have a problem like finishing this week without taking any trade. It's better than taking some non-valid trade or even high probability trade. So staying away from the market, it's better than involving yourself from non-valid trade or that take trade that mean we're not gonna be happy with at the end. So yeah. And my last pair on my wall cards, it's pound Aussie. As you can see, here as well on last week we have this lovely push to the downside. So now what I'm looking for, we've broken these lows, so to see if we can get some structure continue to the downside. So that'll be a lovely play. Or if you don't get that, then we'll see if we're gonna continue push to the upside, maybe something like this, because you can see how this happening here, how price is moving as well. See, so it basically those two scenarios, whether we're gonna form a structure here and then continue push to the downside, or we push and then come like this, form a double top from double bottom from here, then push to the upside, or we push, wait for a structure to develop here, and then we take it to the upside. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you will learn something from it, and thank you for watching.